Well, hello there, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Jack, and I woke up today feeling kind of brain foggy with a totally unstructured day ahead of me, which sends my ADHD brain into a tizzy. So I decided I was going to take you along with me for my day and stop and share with you all of the things that I'm doing to help manage and thrive with my ADHD and anxiety med-free. Just a little disclaimer, I am super neutral about meds. If they support you, hell yeah, I've utilized them in the past and they've been supportive for me at that time. This video is going to be helpful for you if you're using these tools in addition to meds or instead of meds. So let's get into it. It's actually already 12 o'clock, which means I already did my morning routine. I have a full morning routine vlog that you can check out in the description box below. So let's get started. I'm gonna start by making some food for myself, which I'm gonna make nice and simple with some granola, some banana, trying to get some protein and carbs to help me focus. Healthy fats, some almonds, wow, some walnuts, not almonds. Fun fact about me is that I spend about 50% of my time on the floor. Anyone else? I suspect this is a little weird, little neurodivergent quirk, but I would love to hear some proof, some validation, letting me know I'm not the only one who is a floor girly. Let me know. I am procrastinating pretty hard today. My brain is just not kicking into gear, so I'm bringing in some assistance from Magic Mind. I've only been using Magic Mind for about a week. It is honestly the most helpful thing that I have found that helps my ADHD, other than Ritalin, which I'm intentionally not taking at the moment. It is absolutely amazing. They say to drink it like alongside or instead of your morning caffeine, but I've been having it as like a mid-afternoon boost because that's when I start fading, and it has helped me so much. It feels like it like clears out a lot of brain fog. I've noticed myself starting to just kind of like get into action on things. Like after I drank this yesterday, I created like 4 TikToks and I was like, who am I? Where did this come from? And then one of my favorite things so far that I've noticed is I really feel like it helps me pick up dance choreography quicker, which is so interesting. I feel like it's helping like my brain just feel more clear and focused and like able to recall things better. I am also PMSing, and the fact that my mood has been like somewhat stable as I've been having this is truly a miracle. You gotta love it. Okay, so I have to drink it with a straw because I've got braces and they're ceramic and the bands are clear and they get stained if I have anything with turmeric in it, which this has. Cheers. It's down the hatch. I'm not gonna lie, the taste, not my favorite. Don't love it, but I don't hate it. And I've heard most people like it, so I don't know. But I think the benefits are so amazing regardless. So as someone with both like a health coach and nutrition background and an ADHD coach really interested in different ways of supporting ADHD, I was so impressed by the ingredients, which are true ADHD powerhouses. So the Magic Mind drink has matcha, nootropics, immunity boosting nutrients, and adaptogens. It's about as good as it gets. I feel really most excited about the L-theanine, which is found in matcha, which really increases focus without the like jitters of caffeine, which I'm so about. And then the lion's mane and cordyceps mushrooms, I feel like those are what is really helping with that like brain clarity, which is such a relief because I often feel like when I'm having rough days, it's because my brain just feels like so foggy. It feels like this just helps me like my brain like turn online. Anyway, I'm obsessed. The packaging's cute. The brand is so sweet. They've given me full creative control, so everything I'm saying right now is totally transparent and honest. I just honestly couldn't recommend giving it a shot any stronger. So if you're interested, I've got a little hookup for you. If you use my code JACKADHD20, you can get up to 43% off your subscription for the next 10 days. I'm gonna put the link in my description box below, and please don't hesitate to let me know if you have any questions.
How cute is this little tiny 2-ounce shot? It comes with a money back guarantee as well, so you really can't lose here.
One thing that I want to mention is if you are taking ADHD meds or meds for depression or anxiety, please just consult with your doctor about whether this is the right fit for you. While Magic Mind is kicking in to my system, I am going to go through my Notion and create a bit of a to-do list for today, because again, when I have like totally unstructured time like this, which is always what I crave, like I always want flexibility, and then I get it and my brain is like, so many things, where do I start? What do I start with? So I find on these days, like getting a list out can be really helpful. I just switched over to using Notion and in love. Amazing, fabulous, fantastic. If you want me to talk more about that in a separate video, let me know. Time to make our list. Usually just look at my to-do list and think like what feels like the easiest thing to start, which is contrary to a lot of advice that's given about like eat that frog, start with the hardest thing. I like starting with the thing that's going to like just feel easier and give me some momentum with, which right now, just like sitting down, getting comfy with a blanket and responding to my clients and community and all the things. So I'm gonna do that. This is where I wanted to sit, but this guy thinks he owns the house. So it sucks for me. Maybe not the best coping skill that I ever did create, but ADHDers, aka me, tend to feel very understimulated when doing like computer work or admin work or things like that. So I always like to try to find something to stimulate myself, whether that's like music on in the background, and other times I snack. And I find like snacking while I'm working just actually like really helps me focus and makes the task more enjoyable and something that doesn't just feel like this monotonous thing with no pleasure. So get yourself some snacks, preferably these amazing chili lime tortilla chips from Trader Joe's. Has anyone tried these? Do you love them? Are you as obsessed as I am? They're so good. Okay, back to work. I am going to utilize one of my favorite skills. It's not really a skill. That's giving myself probably a little bit too much credit. One of my favorite things, which is finding a podcast or music that I'm excited to listen to. I can't listen to a podcast like sitting still. So combining a podcast or an audiobook with something active like cleaning my house is perfect. And I'm just gonna choose either a podcast or music now, and we're gonna get started. That's technically called habit stacking, by the way. So if that kind of approach of like stacking two things together sounds appealing to you, check out the book Atomic Habits. It's a great one and way more ADHD friendly than I was expecting it to be.
A new place, a new home, for a while, let me feel alive. Nothing to hold me back, take my time, just enjoy the ride. A new man passing by, life is good, best I've ever felt.
I'm actually out of breath from cleaning my kitchen. That was a workout. Anyway, I just wanted to say a few things that kept coming up for me. I had to remind myself like 100 times that done is better than perfect. I'm not trying to sparkling clean my kitchen. Was just trying to like get it a little better. My brain is so all or nothing, so that's something I need to remind myself of all the time. So if you need that reminder, there you go. It is now 4:45 and I'm in the portion of my to-do list that is like pick up for 30 minutes. But this is where my brain goes nuts because like what does pick up mean? So I need to make it more specific. I need to make it a clear start and an end. So you can do that with a time stop. So like pick up for 20 minutes. That has a clear start and an end. But what I think I'm going to do is designate something that I'm going to pick up. So my bedroom needs to be picked up, the bathroom, every room in this house is a mess. So I think I'm going to start start with just like pick up my living room space. I am not like cleaning, I'm just like organizing a little, picking up, making it a little less chaotic, if you will. And if I get to another room, I will do that. But if you're feeling really overwhelmed by the idea of like pick up your house, try making it one task that has a clear start and end to it.
Seem like every captain gotta maintain the cap. You can make change, don't change for that. Tell the whole truth, get paid for that. Bet you never fall off, you was made for that. You gotta be who you really be, shine from the inside. Cause they ain't really who they say on the outside. You gotta be who you really be, shine from the inside.
Okay, definitely not perfect, but I'll feel a lot better walking into this than what I was going to walk into before. Bro, I wish I was kidding, but I literally just spent 25 minutes trying to find my phone. Anyone else, please help me feel less alone in this. It's so annoying. So I didn't get to spend those last 15 minutes cleaning my room, which I want to show you for transparency purposes is an absolute disaster. Recycling, clean clothes that need to get put away, my bed's not made. I think clean clothes, not even sure. Makeup and drawers open, typical. So this is one of the best tips that I can give you. Also, I know my mirror needs to be cleaned. Just now's not the time to come at me about it. Be compassionate to yourself. So I didn't get my room done. I lost my phone. I wasted a bunch of time on it. These things are going to happen, one, because you're human, and two, because you're human with ADHD. Or if you don't have ADHD and you're still watching this video, I'm sure you relate enough to it that these things happen to you. So it's really important to find both humor and compassion when these things happen. Don't expect yourself to be perfect. And just kind of roll with it and celebrate what you do get done and not what you don't get done. I also know my priorities right now, and having a perfectly clean house, though I would love for that to be the case, like trust me, I love when my house is really clean and organized, but it is just not a top priority right now. I only have so much time and capacity. I'm taking 6 dance classes a week. I'm running a full-time business. I'm trying to do a YouTube channel. We need to be realistic with ourselves about what we can and cannot prioritize. I do my best to keep up with my house, and I drop the ball a lot, and that's okay. And if there's areas of your life that you're dropping the ball on, just know it's impossible to do everything all at once, and you deserve some slack and some clarity on what really matters to you. Do you agree? He agrees. So I'm gonna have a little leftover pasta before dance, kind of a weird pre-dance meal, but I have found that with my brain and a lot of other ADHD and neurodivergent brains, we are very impacted by being hungry. It can like really make us foggy, cranky, all the things, like a lot more than neurotypical people from my experience. So just really always remember with food that like everything else, anything is better than nothing, and just do your best to eat regularly. I know it can be really hard to kind of try to stabilize that blood sugar.
I belong to you. I belong to you. Do just what you want. You're the one I trust. And I always be around when I need some loving, baby.
I just got home from dance, and I just cannot stress enough how helpful movement is for me, and specifically dance. So finding a form of movement that is also a hobby, something that my brain can like latch onto and be obsessed about and be excited about, and like the physical activity of moving my body is probably the single most helpful thing for me. And I do want to acknowledge that I know there are people with physical disabilities, chronic illness, where physical movement is not always an option, and I've heard you can explore certain things like singing or other options that can kind of feel supportive for you in that way. But if you are physically able, movement is where it's at for the ADHD brain.
I can't wink. Okay, we're done here. My last tip is to find yourself an amazing partner, generally speaking, who supports you, but especially who brings over takeout food when you don't feel like cooking. But for real, asking for help and delegating when you can is going to be so helpful. So when you can take things off your plate and get support, definitely do it. I always get asked about what supplements that I take to support my anxiety and ADHD, and it really depends on where I'm at in my cycle, how I'm feeling, what's going on. Please speak to your doctor before trying any of these supplements. I am not a medical professional, I'm just sharing what I use. So I usually use vitamin C and D, but those are in Magic Mind that I took earlier. I take omega-3s, which are pretty good across the board for ADHD. I take magnesium, which really helps like my legs cramps and just like helps me relax. And then this is a pretty intense iron and B vitamin supplement. Sometimes I also will take the zinc. Again, I really listen to my body and know what I need at what time. So those are some things that I use and that are supportive for me. Feel free. I'm gonna have to edit so much of this. So yeah, those are some things that I use. None of them are quite as supportive as Ritalin, I will be honest, but they make a big difference for me. Yeah, if you are raw dogging ADHD like me, you may want to talk to your doctor about some supplements. And if you're also on ADHD meds or other medication, supplements can still be helpful to add in. So go explore. All right, my friends, I think I'm going to wrap up the vlog here. I had so many ideas on my list of things that I wanted to talk about today and things that I wanted to share with you, but there's just not enough time in the day. If you would like to see a part 2 with all of the different things that I do within my life to support my ADHD and anxiety and depression that's not there right now, but has its way of sneaking its way back in, let me know. And let me know what questions you have. I will look forward to seeing you in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment because those mean the most to me. I'm really showing that I'm a millennial here. Okay, love you all so much. Bye!